How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Fallout 4. Today, I'm actually not going to be doing a build, but this time I'm going to show you guys a mod that I believe it just came out. I downloaded it as soon as I found it. Someone in my comments recently suggested that I look it up, and I looked up the mod creator at first and it wasn't working, but then I got onto PlayStation 4 and went to featured and it was the number one, but it's this mod right here, Workshop Decorations Pack. So from what this sounds like is it sounds like Do-It-Yourself on PC. As you can see through all the pictures, like it actually looks fantastic to me. I think it looks awesome. Uh, because it adds decorated desks, tables, vendor counters, and stalls. He also says that he's going to periodically update this to add more makeshift objects. So I think that it'll be like Thematic and Practical, where he adds objects that work like other objects but look like more scrappy and stuff. Kind of like the furniture that I've thrown together, I imagine. But this is all just speculation. I'm not entirely sure. But we'll go ahead and try this mod out. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to show you guys is that in the decorations, or not decorations tab, but no, it is the decorations tab. So in the decorations tab, they have things, like I was telling you, there's crates. So they actually have beer crates that actually have beer in it. So in a couple of my builds previously, you may have seen that I have crates with beers in them. And that's because I went through and I manually placed all of those. And they also have a barrel that has some beers. I've used these barrels before. I actually don't have the items for this because I am at Abernathy Farm, which I've not done anything in yet. But this mod also adds a couple of other like decorative things. Uh, it adds these mounted heads, so they've got spikes with heads on it. So you building your settlement and you want to decorate your wall, you can get heads on pikes. Also, they added these just regular spikes that are sticking out, and it says to use place anywhere, or uh, they recommend using place anywhere to actually glitch these into sandbag stacks or whatever to make it look a little bit more dangerous. And so another thing in the decorations miscellaneous tab, they have racks full of clothes. So this one looks like it's just full of army fatigues. This one's got a few other pieces. It's got some random wasteland looking gear and some bandanas, umbrella, and a hat. And then this last one, again, another assortment of clothes. And then we've got a hat rack and another hat rack. This one's got army fatigues and bandana on it. So these are pretty cool to me. I think that these are pretty interesting. If you're building shops or whatever, you can use these to make your settlement look a little bit more interesting. So then we'll go into shelves. And speaking of different shops that you can have, if you have a bar, you can just get a shelf that is automatically stocked. Uh, I don't think that it matters what way you place this, because you can place it that way or you can turn it around and place it this way. But I think it'd probably be best to place it this way because it looks like all the labels are facing out this way. And then also, there's bookcases for just household items. And so we'll just go ahead and keep going down. So this is just toys. Then they've got bookshelves full of books, multiple bookshelves. And these all look pretty cool if you're trying to fill up a house. Say you're building up some shelter or whatever. It's supposed to be like a pre-war survival shelter or something like that. You can use that. And then also, I think that I'll be using things like this a lot because if you have a garage or just a place full of storage, because I do stuff like this all the time, you can get this shelf, which actually puts random scrap and random buckets and stuff like that. I think that this looks awesome. And then again, you could put this in storage, but this is just Minutemen uniforms. You could put that along with the, I guess that I was at with the, yeah, the clothing racks. And then also they've got a weapons bookcase. So maybe, like I said, if you have an armory and you just want to have Minutemen gear and weapons and stuff, you can have a weapons shelf. And that's the last of the shelves. So we'll go to containers. This was the first thing I was looking for. So you can actually place these desks down, and these desks are usable with the workshop decorations pack. Uh, all of the other desks are not. These just let you, because the items actually clip through things whenever you go to place them. So I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys in the decorations, maybe. Was it? It was not. Okay. So it's in tables. So in tables, I guess it just probably means tabletops. There's another garage table that's got random supplies on it. That goes with this one a little bit better. But you can see stuff is kind of just scattered across this, and I think that that looks pretty cool. But if we go through the rest, you can see that they have random clutters of office supplies. I do not believe that these computers work. We'll have to see. But you can see that this kind of adds a little bit to the build, considering you can't really do this kind of stuff. Like, you don't have this sort of stuff available. And then also in tables, they've got items that are just like coffee tables and stuff like that, and that end table down there. So this coffee table's got checkerboard, stuff like that. But I thought that this was a really cool mod. I thought that I'd show you guys this, and then we'll go on to the stores. Okay, so for stores, we actually have some decorated stores. And so, like I was telling you before, whenever you use these stores, you actually have to use these trader mats behind it. So if I were to place this rug, uh, they would stand using the clipboard animation behind the counter. And it would make sense. I think clipboard would probably be the best thing, unless it's maybe the armory or whatever. So for general store, you can see that they've got just some random stuff thrown around in here. And they also have a more scrappy type of store. And you can see they've got things thrown in here, and on this side as well. I think this actually looks really good. Uh, it's better than what, I mean, we're able to do with what we have available. So next, you can see that they've got the armor, and they've got, looks like cage armor on top, and then some random pieces down there. And again, an armor stall. Looks like they've got some mods, armor hanging up in here. Let's see if they've got anything else. No. So now for weapons. This looks real cool. So they've got ammunition hanging up. A bunch of grenades in this bin. Laser musket. All sorts of ammunition and stuff. That looks really cool. What is that? Oh, it's a Deathclaw gauntlet. Okay. And then, again, a more scrappy version. And if I were to use these, I would probably use um, these ones, the scrappier looking ones, unless I was in a little bit more built up settlement than that has like these sorts of general stores or something like that, or one that's in a town maybe. So next is the bar. This would definitely make it easier having all the liquor and the food on the counter automatically so that I don't have to go through and add each piece. Because whenever I'm building my settlements and I do build bars and diners and stuff like that, they take so long just because of the decorations. Because I feel like those are the most like lively spots of the entire settlement, and those are usually like where a majority of the settlers are. So like even if you were to put a bunch of decorations, like this is so cool. That's awesome right there. Uh, like we wouldn't be able to do that. I don't think that you can actually glitch in silverware into a cup like that. But I think that this looks great. And does it have, oh, it's got some trays. Yeah, so it looks like that's all they have. So that's it for the bars. And then we'll go on to the clinics. And so they've got some supplies down here, Rad-X, Med-X, Stim Packs, so on, and Radaway. And then for this one, they've got some more supplies, just like the other ones, scattered. It looks like a med kit that they're filling up, and then some more that are already stocked. That's pretty interesting. And then last but not least, clothing. I got some Miniman uniforms. This would be cool to have. Talking about that armory, maybe have these shelves behind this one, and then have the weapons one next to this or on the other side or whatever, and that be part of the armory. And then last, clothes stall. Um, this is interesting. It's got some yarn and some umbrellas and stuff. Oh, that's really cool. The bandana's hanging up. Sunglasses sitting out, hats, but not really that many clothes. There's some Minutemen outfits, it looks like. I can't fit behind this. And there's some more. There's some more armor on this side, or clothes on this side. But, oh wow, I didn't even look. Wow, I need to go back and look at all these now, because I didn't even realize that there was stuff hidden behind them. Well, maybe not hidden, but okay, cool. That's really cool. Got some chemistry things in the medic one, and then in the food one, that's where all the cups are, plates, general store. They've got some caps, some random goods, and then weapons. Oh wow, that's really cool. They got a, looks like a combat shotgun sitting up. Then, oh no, this is the armor store. Oh, that is pretty cool. Maybe that's like they got it sitting there just in case they get robbed. And then for weapons, they've got some modifications. That's really cool because I've never seen them out of the boxes like that before. So that's a really awesome thing to have because I mean, maybe someone comes in looking for a specific type of mod or something like that. But yeah, this is a really, really cool mod. This is really going to help with builds because it'll definitely help, I think, with frame rates because I think that it might not because I don't think that it's loading each item individually, but it counts them as part of the build. So I think that this is really cool. So it'll definitely help with like making it look a little bit more packed and cluttered if you're doing a storage area or a house or something like that, or a bedroom for somebody, or a bar or a clothing store or something like that, shops. It'll definitely help, I think, with frame rates, but I can't be too sure. But I really like this. If you guys like these, uh, make sure you let me know. If you guys like me doing these little mod reviews or whatever and have mods that you could suggest that you'd want me to cover, let me know because I don't mind doing these. They're pretty simple, and I think that this is something that I would look for on YouTube, and so I'm sure that other people are looking for these too, looking to see what the mods offer before downloading them. But if there's any mods that you guys would want me to check out, just let me know. I wouldn't mind. And um, thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate all the support that I've been getting recently. My channel's been growing a lot, and I'm really pleased with how it's going. But if you guys like this video, make sure you check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.